So I've already made like fucking what feels like 5 or 10 videos of this shit. But that's why I hate doing long videos, man. I hate doing long videos.
Height of toilet seats would be absolutely disastrous for people who have real disabilities. As a wheelchair...
Yeah, if you raise the height of a toilet seat, it makes it to where people who have actual disabilities, they can't get to it. Or if you're a short person and you need to take one, dude, like, it's gonna be a bitch. Why would you want to make it bigger as well? Like, you make a toilet bigger, then that's just gonna make it easier for smaller people to accidentally, you know, fall in. I don't know. Again, trying to pad the world for their own mistakes.
Raising toilet seats is one of the most inaccessible things they could do.
Well, no, you don't understand, because you're just in a wheelchair. You have to understand that, you know, you're not fat, okay? And obviously, and by the way, have you ever noticed...
you can't forget about this one. It's also a choice. It's not their fault they're fat. It's everyone else's excuses plus their excuses, okay? God.
It's that 99% of all fat activism is from fat women.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Most of all the idea of fat phobia, fat activism, fat acceptance, this is all just a massive psyop to make men feel guilty for not being attracted to them.
Yep.
That's
Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. They're mad that they can't get the guy that works out 5 times a week or 3 times a week, that has a good eating regimen, that takes care of his body. They're mad that they can't get that guy. That's the guy they want. They don't want another chunky dude. They want the guy that's a 10. But I hate to break it to you, but when you treat your body like a fucking dumpster fire, you're going to get a 1 if you're lucky. And if you have that mentality, best of luck to you.
That's the reason. I'm going to say it. And I know it's sexist, and that's because it is. But it's true. It's true, and everybody knows it.
Though that Jalen has now gotten herself so large that she does need a wheelchair too, and even uses a mobility scooter, which of course was gifted to her by a brand.
Oh, now, bro, like, Jesus.
Man, they need to strap a sign right here that says, "Why load incoming needs bigger hallways."
Holy fuck, man.
Why, man? Look, she's going to the store. It looks like there's a store back there.
By a brand.
Or
it's safe to say public perception towards J-Bay
a McDonald's or something
for quite some time.
I bet.
It's her victim mentality, defensive crazy.
That's what's crazy, is a lot of these people have this victim mentality. The sooner you stop drawing that fucking victim card, the sooner you can actually live. She's 22, and she's so goddamn fat she needs oxygen, dude. Like, that is crazy.
Unrealistic demands became more and more unhinged. However, what came next was about to make her previous antics look tame. In May of 2024, Jalen took a break from her usual bragging of her paid-for holidays and took a more serious tone, as she uploaded a video of some apparently disgusting discrimination she had faced.
Is that a first class? That looks first class. Maybe I'm wrong.
I approached her, and she realized she'd be assisting me and not one of the smaller passengers. She started to walk away with the wheelchair while making comments about my size.
That's probably because she can't fucking push you. She doesn't want to hurt herself trying to push you. Fuck that.
The thing is that, like, my dad had this happen at the airport. The wheelchair help at the airport is absolutely fucking S tier. It is insanely high quality, and it's meant for people that have actual real disabilities, not fat people who can't stop eating food that need the world to accommodate for them.
Based. 1000% based.
There is a limited amount of those wheelchairs and those people that are there to help elderly and disabled people get around and be able to live their lives.
And the last thing you want to happen is to have this poor person that's supposed to be helping the elderly and the disabled hurt herself pushing wide load here. You know what I'm saying?
The fact that you have these people hogging up all the wheelchairs.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fair. It's not fair. It's
I have had to deal with this at Walmart once whenever I worked there. Some big ass person was trying to hog up the wheelchair for somebody that literally could not walk, right? Could not fucking walk. Like, and it was an older lady. And I was like, here, let me, because we have the indoor and the outdoor benches, and she was sitting on the outdoor bench, and I was like, because at the time I was pushing carts. I wasn't paid to push the carts. I wasn't hired for that, but sometimes they take the cashiers and they make them push carts. And I was like, all right, hold on, let's move you. And I was like, let me help you get from out here in the sun into the inside and into the interior bench, right? So I do that. I see a scooter that I thought somebody was returning. By this massive individual. So fucking fat. And I move her, and we stop midway, and she's like, and I was like, okay, since you're returning this, and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, are you not returning this? And she's like, no, I'm taking this. And I'm like, I asked her, I was like, do you think maybe she can take it? Because, like, this person, I actually said, there was a guy, he was walking around just fine. He looked just fine, right? He was just really big. And I was like, you think maybe she can take it? Because, like, we just moved from outside to inside, and this lady, I thought she was going to die, dude. I thought she was breathing so hard. I was like, you think maybe she can take this? Because she's breathing kind of, she's like, no. He's like, no. And I'm like, okay. Well, and she was like, it's fine. I'll just go sit on the bench on the inside, and I was like, okay, I'll get you a scooter. Needless to say, I ended up getting her a scooter, but it's funny because the scooter the guy took died up the way, and I was like, oh, karma's a bitch. I just kind of looked at it, and he looked at me, and I was like, I walked out and kept pushing carts.
selfish, and it's ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying, man. They be screaming while they dying too, them carts. Bro, they scream, and you got a big person on there, they're like, and it's like, I'm sorry, it's not our fault.
SeaTac Airport. Basically, JB requested to be pushed in.
Damn! Bro!
My ordeal at SeaTac will shock you. The experience I'm about to share with you is yet another example of why employee sensitivity training, a demand outlined in the plus-size travel petition, is desperately needed. And I'm going to be honest, guys. I can see what she means.
Bro, if she gets any bigger, she's going to have to stand sideways to get through there.
A wheelchair, but after seeing the sheer size of Jalen, apparently the employee refused and walked away.
There needs to be like a weight limit for these people on planes, dude. Like, seriously.
And in February of 2025, Jalen talked about it.
And the funny thing about that is that maybe the employee has another physical defect where she's not able to push a person of that size.
Yeah, that's true. What if that person's already gotten hurt? Like,
And this is what I find to be very funny about this is that it's this entire idea of like acceptance, but the acceptance is completely one-dimensional. Maybe this
it's always one-dimensional. I guarantee you, the double standard for somebody like this is so bad. You could be a fit, tall person making a good amount of money, and if you walked up to this person, they would accept you in a heartbeat. But the minute you say you work at Walmart and you're kind of chunky yourself and you're not that good looking, immediately gone. Guaranteed. The double standard is real.
Has some sort of injury, and it would be too much for her to push around a 500-pound woman versus pushing around a 100 to 200-pound person who is disabled, right? Or even 300 pounds. Like, that's like adding an extra.
And what's crazy is that these are the same kind of people that if the fit guy that makes a whole lot of money doesn't want to do anything with this person and they're trying to hit on him, these kind of people are the ones that'll freak out and be like, "You're sexist and you're big and you're like you don't like big people. You're like you're like fatophobic or whatever the fuck it's called, and that's the kind of person this is right here. Trying to like, I've had people do that to me, and it's like, and they're like, it's because I'm big, huh? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, I mean, I have struggles with my weight, so I don't want to get with somebody that's obviously having struggles with theirs. I want to be fit and healthy. I want to live to see the, like 80 or 90 or 100 even. I don't want to fucking die because of a heart attack or a stroke. Fuck that. I want to actually live, goddammit. I don't want to die because of my weight.
Person, maybe a person and a half, if you're adding in 200 pounds on top of somebody who's 300 pounds. Like, being 500 pounds is fucking massive. It's
that's
gigantic.
Huge.
That's 1/4 of a ton. It's insane. And so, like, yeah, I can't lift a fridge.
You could really fuck yourself up lifting that. Like, you can, if you don't lift somebody up correctly and they weigh that much, you could kill yourself, literally.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, and that's the issue that I think these people have, and this is the reason why everybody hates them, including themselves. That's why they're literally killing themselves. Is that this entire idea of like body acceptance and like, needing to be like, this is the kind of person that's going to be making comments about like a girl, like that girl in Stellar Blade, like, where's her organs? Like, these are, there's not...
I agree. They shouldn't let anybody on the plane that doesn't hit a certain height-weight ratio. And, like, I'm talking, like, an exacerbated height-weight ratio. Like, if you're, like, 5'6" and you weigh 700 pounds, you probably shouldn't be riding a fucking airplane.
We care about accessibility. You care about people allowing you to be indulgent in what you think that you want to do. That's it. Lifting over 50 pounds is workplace average. Yeah, hazard, exactly.
Lifting over 50 pounds.
Again, with a plan for action.
Familiar with my experience at SeaTac where they refused to push me in a wheelchair. You saw that video, and they refused to push me because I was too fat. And they had absolutely...
I mean, I probably would have too. I mean, shit. You need a team of people. Like, I feel like if you're that big that you can't fit in a fucking wheelchair, that you gotta ride the wheelchair thong, that's where, like, you got a wheelchair per ass cheek, you got a problem. And I don't really blame them for saying, fuck that, because I wouldn't want to get hurt. That's a big woman right there, man. I would be like, nah, I need some help. Fuck that. I have been trained by too many jobs and fire departments to sit here and be like, yeah, I got this. Fuck, no, I don't. Help! Help! Help!
Consideration for my physical health, my well-being,
Oh, you ain't a man! A bitch run into a burning building. Fuck out of here.
None of the above. Well, I thought maybe I was the only person that happened to experience that, and it was just something that was really uncommon.
And then let me guess, there's a lot of fat people who have had this same problem and have caused this same issue at airports.
And then I talked to someone incredible in our community.
Oh, I bet.
And they're a much smaller fat person than I am, and they experienced the same...
A much smaller fat person than I.
Oh, God.
Damn thing.
Jalen talked about how they had no consideration for
I was really trying to dodge a fucking headache today, but I could feel one coming on, dude. I already feel it. I feel the blood vessels.
size. But commenters on the TikTok were quick to point...
Well, the entire thing is about a consideration on your size.
What's crazy is that this person that's huge like this, who thinks they don't see the problem with it, they know full well they're just trying to put up a fucking face, like most of them do, until they get famous, and then they lose all their weight, and they live and see the, see past most of their fans that weigh the same, that just like watching other people indulge in this. This kind of person wouldn't go out of their way to hurt themselves to help somebody of the same nature, but she would fully expect somebody to hurt themselves to lift her and move her around, right? That's usually how this goes.
Out the hypocrisy, as Jalen had no consideration for the employee's well-being, even stating
exactly.
that...
They can't legally push... Yeah, see, this is it. A physical health or well-being. It's not physically possible.
Well, my favorite thing is it's not that they can't legally push, it's that they're not going to be required to legally push a 400-pound woman. That's the kicker right there, is that a job could threaten to fire you because you didn't do it, but all you got to do is say, I would have gotten hurt, and then sue the shit out of the job. So, like...
to push a large amount of weight.
That's
and
a lot of weight.
It's a woman. right? I mean, this isn't some big, strong dude or
It's a
like
woman,
some
yeah.
guy that's in shape. It's just this. Probably it could be like a 110-pound girl. Like, is she going to be able to push a 400-pound woman
No.
around? Sorry, 500-pound woman around, and that's
Absolutely
also
not.
not even including her bags too.
Yeah.
That they legally may not have been allowed to push over 400 pounds, but
Yeah.
Jalen did not relent and continued on her rant.
Ever had a bad experience with CTAC? We would love for you to come out and be part of the protest.
Oh my god.
Oh, she actually had a fucking protest. Well, I bet this went well.
Please, if this video doesn't end in a protest of a bunch of fat people sitting outside an airport, I'm gonna be so upset. Please, please, please.
We're gonna have to protest this video.
Let's show them that they cannot treat people like this. They cannot treat anyone like this, and they cannot treat fat people like this. This is unacceptable.
Is she playing Not Like Us?
And it's
I
discriminatory.
would rather die than to be this big. Bro, like, she's got to be in pain constantly. I bet her joints hurt. I bet her, like, fat hurts, like her stomach. I bet that shit hurts all the time. Like, I don't know how you could let yourself go like this. Like, I would be in, like, I was, like, almost 250, and I was in pain constantly. And I was like, fuck this. Like,
and it will not be tolerated any longer. So if you
and I
want to
was like
start-
a fit 250. I could still run. I could still lift weights like I did every day. I would box the punching bag that I had. Like, I was fit, but I was overweight.
this protest, DM me tonight, DM me tomorrow, but let's go ahead and make it happen. We will be at SeaTac Airport Tuesday, February 4th.
Oh, God.
If you want to protest at SeaTac in solidarity with me, come on by. If you see me at SeaTac, please come up and say hello.
So Jalen had spoke to countless people who had
Jesus
had the
Christ.
same experience of discrimination. Who were
There's
also
no way. There's no way. I bet it's just going to be her.
outraged for the situation they'd been put in.
No,
She-
SeaTac, not SeaWorld.
I thought she meant CPAP, like the breathing machine. Okay. I thought maybe it had broken and she needed a new one. But she must be 23 now, so it lasted what? I'm sorry, I'm going to
An
stop.
airport.
I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. Let me stop. I'm going to go to hell. I'm already in hell.
planned a huge protest in retaliation.
I
with
deserve dignity at every weight. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You're fat. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Just imagine the smell. She must smell bad, dude. There's no way. There's no way, dude. Like,
It's just the way it is. It's
yeah, I
just-
mean, you're just like 2 or 3 humans. Let's be honest here.
smoking. Smoking's disgusting.
Smoking is fucking it's absolutely atrocious. I can't stand people that smoke. You fucking killing yourself, so I know you don't give a shit about me, about you. So I would expect you to not give a shit about me and my lungs. So I fucking can't stand smoke. I cannot stand people that smoke.
Being an alcoholic's disgusting.
It is.
The world needs to stop accommodating selfish, disgusting people.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Don't give any ground to these people. My body is not your business. Yes, it is. Obese people are human beings too. They're multiple human beings in some cases. Obese women matter.
That's crazy. Yeah, ever since they passed that big beautiful bill, a lot of people have been getting their shit taken away. And I kind of think that it's past due. Like, just because you don't have a job doesn't give you the right to pull out, like, government funding. I don't have any government funding. I go live every day, and so far we've been making it. So I haven't made any money yet, but we're getting there. The taxpayer's responsibility to take care of herself. Fuck no. I think that they should be taking more and more of these people's monies away for sure.